we are going to see a problem on development of lateral surface of a pentagonal pyramid. For that, here we have a question. A pentagonal pyramid, side of base 40 mm, axis 75 mm long, rests vertically on HP with one of its inclined edges parallel to VP. It is cut by a plane perpendicular to VP and inclined at 45 degree to HP such that it bisects the axis. Major part of the edge which is parallel to VP is retained. Draw development of lateral surface of the remaining portion of the pyramid. Now this is the question in front of us. Whatever is given here, we are going to understand it step by step. The first thing is, by reading the question, it is understood that the type of solid is a pentagonal pyramid. So I'll draw the diagram of a pentagonal pyramid and explain the initial condition first. So let us get started. Here I'll draw it light. Next I'll make it dark. So here is the diagram of a pentagonal pyramid in which the base is in the shape of a pentagon having 5 edges, and there are 5 corners which are connected to a common vertex, also called as the apex. These are the slant edges of the pentagonal pyramid, and here we have the axis of this pentagonal pyramid. Then these slant edges which are connected to the common apex, they are forming 5 triangular faces. So we have the triangular faces of the pentagonal pyramid. And here in the question, it is given that pentagonal pyramid, side of base 40 mm, axis 75 mm long, rest vertically on HP. See, HP can be treated as the ground. So here this pyramid is kept on the ground, and when it is kept, then from the top we are going to see the pentagon. It means when we are drawing it, we have to draw the pentagon in HP because it is resting in HP. So from the top view we are going to see the pentagonal base, and the condition is given that with one of its inclined edges parallel to VP. Now what is this condition? That I'll explain it in the problem itself. So let us get started with the solution to this problem. The base of the pentagon is 40 mm and axis is 70 mm long. So that pentagonal pyramid, I am going to draw it here. So here we have XY line, VPHP. Now that pentagonal base will be visible in HP. So I have to draw it in such a way that one of its slant edges parallel to VP. For that, drawing a light vertical line, and then the base edge is given 40 So I'll measure 40 mm. Next, since for the pentagon the base edges are inclined at 72 degree, so measuring 72 degree from one side, similarly from the other point as well of the base edge. Drawing a light line. Then measuring this 40 mm, plotting it over this line. Drawing a light arc, cutting it from the other side. So here is the intersection point. Then I'll join all the points in sequence. Now I'll get the apex. For that, I'll have to take the midpoint of any one of the sides. So when I take this midpoint, I need to connect this to the opposite corner. So the opposite corner is here. So connecting it. Then similarly, I have to take the midpoint of any other given side. Like if I take the midpoint of this side, joining it to its opposite corner. So here we have an edge, its opposite corner is here. So where they intersect, that is going to give me a point here, and this is the apex. So now here I am going to get the apex. So this is point O. Then I'll give the notations 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here when these edges, or we can say these corners, when they would be connected to the apex, we are going to get the triangular faces. Projecting the points for the front view. And here the height of the pyramid is given as 75 mm, axis 75 mm long. So this point O represents the axis in the front view having 75 mm height. So now here I'll join the points to get the slant edges of the pyramid. Here we have 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 and 5. This is 4 dash, and here we have point O, so O dash in the front view. For the apex in the front view, that is the axis. Now if I read the question, here it was given a pentagonal pyramid, side of base 40 mm, axis 75 mm long, rests vertically on HP with one of its inclined edges parallel to VP. See, inclined edges are nothing but the slant edges of the pyramid. So if we look into the top view, then the slant edge O4 is parallel to VP. So whatever the condition is given in the question, accordingly we have drawn this pentagonal pyramid. Now here it is resting on this corner. Even if we would have tilted it onto the other side, that is this edge 1 to 2 would have been here, then also the condition would have been correct, that is O to 4 remains parallel to VP. Now after drawing it light, next I'll locate the cutting plane and then I'll make it dark. and for that the condition is it is cut by a plane perpendicular to VP and inclined at 45 degree to HP. Now inclination with HP will be seen in VP such that it bisects the axis. So it means in the front view here we are having the axis. I'll take half of that. Here we have 75. So 37.5. So this is the half of the axis, and the cutting plane is bisecting, means it is passing through this point which is the midpoint of this axis. So for that I'll draw a light horizontal line, and now the inclination is given as 45 degree to HP. So from this point I am going to measure 45 degree and then drawing a light line. This light line represents the cutting plane. So here we have, I'll make it dark, the cutting plane line perpendicular to VP, inclined to HP. Now either we have to retain the portion which is above the cutting plane or the portion below the cutting plane. That depends on what is given in the question. So I'll read here. Major part of the edge which is parallel to VP is retained. So the edge is O4 and in the front view it is O dash 4 dash. So the major part of this edge, which is the slant edge, has to be retained. So if we see here, the top portion is less and the bottom portion is more. So this major part has to be retained and this minor part has to be removed. It means whatever is there at the top, that has been removed, and whatever is there at the bottom, that has to be made dark because it is retained. So I'll make it dark. So it is bisecting the axis, the cutting plane. Now in the question it is given that draw development of lateral surface of the remaining portion of the pyramid. In the question they are saying to draw the development of lateral surface. Nowhere it is mentioned that we have to draw the sectional top view. So this top view I'll keep it plain. So I'm just making it dark because nothing is specified about the sectional top view. So this is the pentagonal pyramid. Here is the cut portion, that is the front view of this pentagonal pyramid, and this is the plain top view because nothing is mentioned about the sectional top view. Now we have to draw the development, that is we have to open this pyramid. So I'll start opening it from this edge. Here it is O dash 4 dash. So I'll start opening it from here itself, and for that the method is, for the development, this we are doing, projecting a light horizontal line, then through this edge O dash 4 dash I am drawing a light parallel line. This line is parallel to the slant edge, so again that will give me, this is apex O double dash, and here we have point 4 double dash. Then for the pyramid this procedure we have to follow, and that is I'll have to measure the radius, which is O double dash to 4 double dash of the slant edge, and then draw a light arc It means we are going to open this pyramid about the slant edge O double dash 4 double dash, and then I'll measure the distance of the base. Now here I'll measure the base edge keeping this distance. I'll divide this arc into 5 parts because it is a pentagonal pyramid. If it would have been a square pyramid, then I would have taken 4 parts, or if hexagon, then 6 parts. So here I'm dividing it into 5 parts or 5 equal parts. Then here I'll give the notations. After 4 double dash, I'll say that it is 3 double dash, then 2 double dash, next 1 double dash, 5 double dash, and again 4 double dash. So joining them with the help of light line with the apex. Joining the edges 3 double dash, 4 double dash. Now after drawing the development of the pyramid, which I have drawn it in such a way that the pyramid is not cut. So at first I have drawn it light. Now I have to locate the points where the cutting plane is cutting the pyramid. So if we see here, this cutting plane is cutting two edges at the same time. That is, here it is cutting this O double dash, O dash to 1 dash and O dash to 2 dash. So I'll say these are points A dash and B dash. So these points A dash, B dash will be projected here, and for that I'll have to bring them horizontally onto the slant edge with a light line, transferring it here, then measuring this radius of this point. Now where it is cutting O dash to 1 dash, I'll say that point is A dash. So we have where it is cutting O double dash 1 double dash, that will give me the point A double dash. This is A double dash. Then where it is cutting O dash 2 dash, that will give me B dash. So we have where it is cutting O double dash 2 double dash, that will give me B double dash. Then where it is cutting O dash 3 dash and O dash 5 dash, two edges are cut at this same location, so I'll give them as C dash and E dash. So for C and E as well, here I'll project them onto the slant edge. Next, measuring this radius up to the slant edge, where it is cutting O dash 3 dash, I'll say that is point C. So where it is cutting O double dash 3 double dash, I'll say that this will be transferred. That will give me the point C double dash, and then at this same radius it is going to cut O double dash 5 double dash. It will cut O double dash 5 double dash. That will give me the point E, which is E double dash. Then where it is cutting O dash 4 dash, I'll say that is point D dash, and for that I need to project it light. So projecting it with the help of a light line onto the slant edge, then measuring this radius, and then where it is cutting O double dash 4 double dash at this location, means we are going to get point D here, as well as O double dash 4 double dash is there onto the last edge, so it will be transferred here as well. So that gives me D double dash. Next, I have to join all these points in proper sequence so that we get the development. So D is connected to C, C to B, and B to A. Next, A is connected to E, and E is connected to D. Then I'll make it dark, joining them. Then if we see here, the top portion has been removed. So whatever there is there inside, this much part is removed, and whatever is there at the bottom, that is retained. Like for example, D dash to 4 dash is retained, there is a dark line. So this will be connected. D double dash to 4 double dash will be a dark line. Next, D double dash to 4 double dash is there on this edge as well, making it dark. Next, C to 3 dash, C dash 3 dash is connected, so again dark line. Next, B double dash to 2 double dash will be connected because it is retained. Then A to 1 is connected, as we see here A dash 1 dash is a dark line, so that will be made dark. Next, E dash to 5 dash, that is E double dash 5 double dash, will also be connected. So it is dark. Next, all the base edges are retained. None of the base edges are cut by this cutting plane, so we have to make them dark. So joining them in the proper sequence. So here is the development of lateral surface of this cut pentagonal pyramid. Like if we are going to fold this development above the dark edges, then we are going to get this cut section, that is complete solid, which has been cut with this much portion removed. Next, I'll give the dimensions to it. So here I am giving the dimensions to it. Base edge is 40 mm, side height of the pyramid is 75 mm given. Here the inclination of this cutting plane is at 45 degree. So this is the development of lateral surface for this cut pentagonal pyramid, and with this we complete the problem.